Hello, citizens of the world. Here I am at the village. You may see the iron golem over there. Somehow they spawned an iron golem. I just recently discovered that. I guess maybe a drowned showed up. Sometimes they do that to the doors. Sometimes maybe a drowned showed up from the ocean and they could see it because nothing should be able to get in here. But anyway, they spawned their own iron golem. That's fine. Today, in this episode, we are going to do two things. We're going to work on the farm. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. I mean the village farm. And then we're going to go back to the new Nether and see if we can discover some more stuff. That was fun. I want to do some more of that. So let me go up and show you. Oh, I should also mention that the last baby villager grew up, turned into, of course, a librarian, and I spent a little bit of time breaking his workstation and putting it back till he got a book that I liked, which was Silk Touch. I think that'll be a useful thing to have. So I did some terraforming up here. I'll show you that in the upper right hand corner, kind of in super fast mode, while we talk about this area. I raised this area up right here because this is where the farmhouse is going to be. We're going to have a family of farmers living in this house, and I wanted it to be high enough to be over the top of the houses that would be down in this area here on this side of the road. So I raised this up a little bit. Then they'll somewhere in this area, roughly around here, will be where their farm is and their workstations, and then over here I'm going to build a nice big barn. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll put some animals in there or something. Oh, look, a kitty. I don't have any fish. Uh, that kitty was, of course, spawned by the village. I think there might be a second one, actually. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to put the barn around here. Now, I don't have. We're in 116 now, of course, with the new Nether, and so I can't use the mod I was using to record. So I'm going to do this build a little bit differently. I'm not going to do it with the time lapse. I'm just gonna build bits of it at a time and build a little bit of it on camera maybe, but probably most of it I'll just build and then pause every once in a while and talk about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And oh, I did want to show you before we get started the materials I collected. You saw a lot of that collection in a time lapse in the previous episode. If you saw that, we've got in this chest. These are the mushrooms I was farming in the previous episode. I was silk touching the stems to get these blocks. They're really nice looking white block actually that I'm going to use to build a white farmhouse. And then we got some other usual suspects here, some red terracotta. This is going to be for a chimney. Also bone blocks. They make a nice white building material, and we're getting lots of bones from that farm, so might as well use them. Yeah, the jute, that's a little bit excessive right there, the 10 jute boxes, because I'm low on diamonds, but they look really good in the barn, so there you go. And then here we got some usual suspects of wood and such, and also all that quartz that I was picking up from the Nether. No, it doesn't look like much, but that's a lot. That's like 11 stacks of quartz right there, of the the raw quartz or whatever it is. Anyway, I also have some red mushroom blocks that I silk touched. I don't know if I don't have a specific place to put them in the build, but I might try to find somewhere. Anyway, we're going to get started on that in just a moment, and also visit the Nether and see if we can find some more new stuff there. What are you shaking? I guess you're not hostile. What on earth is it? Looks like it doesn't like lava. It's not getting in the lava like some of the mobs do. Hello, friend. Should I kill you and see what you drop? He's saying no. What are you? Wait, is it in the lava now? It looks like it's floating on the corner of the lava. Wait, I don't want to get too close. Can I right click on? I don't know if I'm right. I want to. I don't. I've got a decent amount of stuff on me, and there's all those pig guys around. All right, I'm gonna just take note of you for now, and try not to die, Well, citizens, I just got attacked by like a horde of these things. All of these things were chasing me. I made it over here. I had half a heart left. I got over here and managed to box myself in. And now I think I've managed to tower up out of their range. So we're just going to have to slowly eliminate them. They were ganging up on me. And it happened really quickly. There were tons of them. There was more than that, but okay, there's another one over there. Don't fall off. Just tons of them. And I mean, one at a time, they're fine. But I was getting ganged up on. Seriously ganged up on. Like all the ones I've killed right now, basically, I think were all on me. Alright, I think that's taken care of them. Phew. I almost died. It was so close. Yeah, the Nether is definitely far more dangerous than it used to be. Wait, is there another one? Okay, I think I've recovered from that. Moving on. Well, I know what they're called now. They're called hoglins. Here I am, back at the home sweet home with nothing. Those things are seriously dangerous. They ganged up on me, and then they can butt you pretty far, and they did that right into lava. So I will not bore you with the process of starting up again. I've got a little bit of gear I can use, but I'm going to have to go mining for some diamonds. And yeah, that'll be boring, especially for you. I'm going to probably turn on some videos or something and do some mining. So once that's done, I think we'll, I don't know if I'll go back to Nether today or not. It's a very dangerous place. I got to figure out how to deal with those. Now I know what they're called, as I say, hoglins. Got to figure out how to deal with them. They give good XP, and they have good drops, so maybe there's a way to farm them, but right now I just have to not die to them. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I was ganged up again. I mean, I didn't have time to turn the camera back on, but there must have been 6 or 7 of them. I am in hard mode, so, or whatever it's called. Hard, what is it called? Difficulty hard, right. Not mode, just difficulty hard. Anyway, maybe that's why they're ganging up on me so much. I have made an executive decision that I am not going to get all my stuff back right away. Instead, I think I'm going to go ahead and build the farmhouse and the barn and get that going, because if I die again, I'll just have to do the same thing. But if I get this villager trading going, then recovery from death is going to be a lot easier. And I do want to keep exploring the Nether, and I don't really want to educate myself about the Nether by watching other videos, which is really difficult because I like watching other people's videos, and I will eventually go back and start watching them. But for now, I want to learn about it on my own, and that probably means more deaths. I mean, I didn't really understand that those hoglin things, now I know what they're called, would attack in a pack like that and just pursue me relentlessly. I also didn't know they could knock me into the lava like that. I mean, they really knocked me far. And yeah, so I'll probably have more hard lessons like that. So I might die again. And I want to have a villager trading system in place when I do that. So I've been just gathering a few things. I got a bed and some scaffolding. I'm making some lanterns for the build. And as I was looking around, I found that I could make... well, where is it? Maybe it was these that was causing it. Yeah, a chain. Huh. Oh, okay. So 2 nuggets and a... Let's make a few. Why not? Okay. Maybe we can find a way to incorporate chains into... I wonder if they're functional or just decorative. So, let's try to place one. Do they hang? I bet they hang. Yeah. Now, can you hang something on them? Like a bed? Is that bed actually hanging on the chain? Is it nighttime? Can I sleep on it? No, it's not. Is that hanging on the chain or is it... We'll see. I'll break the chain. Oh, I have no tools. Okay, I am going to have to make some tools. Can I break it just with my fist? Okay. Let's get... I should have... Okay, I have one pickaxe, one axe. I'm probably going to need to make a shovel. I might need to make a sword for the stupid wandering trader. I'm so sick of that thing. Okay, so the bed wasn't actually... How is this? How is the bed there? Or maybe the bed just stays there, even though... Okay, so let's try hanging a chain from like here. Okay, now, I wonder if I can put the bed... Okay. But it doesn't... The chain doesn't seem to do anything except to allow you to hang stuff from it. So obviously, something you could do that would be very cool, I might have to do this, is... I just got done making these lanterns for this build. Surely you can hang a lantern, yeah. Oh, and it really it links up with the lantern perfectly. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why it exists. But it doesn't like sway or anything, I don't think. Like if I hit the lantern, jump into the lantern. It's a very stiff chain. Cool, that's very neat. All right, so I'll probably try to incorporate some chains into this build. I mean, I have a general... Wait, what? Oh, did it go in here? I have a general idea what I want to do with this build, but I don't have like a specific plan. I know what blocks I want to use, and okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a sword and a shovel. I'm not going to do armor yet. Just not going to worry about that. All right, so I'm gonna make a few bits of gear just so I'm not completely gearless. I'm not going to bother with enchanting right now, and then I'm going to head over to the farm area, and I'll meet you up there. All right, we're over here on the site of the farmhouse, and we're going to start building. As I said, I don't know exactly what I want this to be. I know I want a kind of classic white farmhouse with a tall roof and like a fairly large gable in the front, and like a front porch. And that's about all I know. I want the roof to come to a point, so we're going to want an odd number of blocks along the width of the foundation. So I'm gonna see what kind of foundation I can lay out on this on top of this hill, and then we'll pick it up from there. I'm going to use the same foundation material that I've used on all the other builds, even though the materials otherwise are going to be quite different. But I am going to use the same stone bricks and mossy stone bricks for the foundation. So let me lay that out, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right, so I've got a 9 by 15 foundation laid out here. I'm going to fill in the floor with oak planks in just a moment. I think the front door is going to be right around here. And I want there to be a front porch. So I think that means we're going to have to extend this hill out a little bit and probably make a little road or path of some sort off here that leads to the front door. I think that's going to be the plan. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to build up the sides. We're going to be using those mushroom bricks as a kind of white... I mean, it's not wood, of course, but the idea is for it to look a little bit like painted white wood siding, I think. So I'm going to build up the sides and figure out the roof line, and then we'll come back and look at this front porch and a gable over the front porch. But we'll do those things first. I'll fill in this with oak. I'm going to extend this hill out a little bit so I can build a front porch right here, maybe add a path, maybe just wait and do that later, and then build up the side so I can get the idea of the roof profile. There's going to be a back door, I think, right around here that's going to lead to a path that goes to the field. And their workstations will be just right here. For practicality, I need their workstations to be near their beds. Otherwise, they sometimes have a hard time pathfinding back and forth. So I think a back door that leads to a short path to their workstations is probably a good plan. And then we'll have a field where they can work right around there. And then a barn that they probably will never go in, but it'll look cool. Will be over here somewhere. All right, so I'm going to do those things off camera. It's not very interesting to watch. And I would show you, as I said before, if I had the replay mod working in 1.16, I would do a time lapse. Maybe before I do another build, I should get a camera account and figure out how to do that. But I really wish the replay mod would start working for 1.16. I mean, I'm sure they're working on it. Anyway, I'll do those things and come back. All right, citizens, as I was building over there, we're going to go look at it in just a minute. I saw something funny over here. A spider fell from the mob farm. I mean, I knew I was close enough to be loading it, but I didn't think they would actually move when I was that far away. But some of them have. I don't know if they're just like running into each other and forcing each other into the water or what, but that's very strange. Anyway, my real reason for coming over here was to check the scale of this build. Its main function, its main practical function, is to house a family of farmers, but I also want it to look cool. You can see the scaffolding over there, and I want it to be visible behind these lower buildings, but not, too dominating. I think it's going to be good. You're going to be able to see it over them, but it's not going to totally dominate the landscape there. And of course, there'll be more buildings here, so it'll still, I think that's good. I think that's a good scale. Let me go show you what, oops, yep, okay. That was a little bit of, I don't know, crazy boating. All right, so let's just run up here. I've slept in recently, so I don't need to sleep right now for fandom's sake. So let's see, what we got here is I made a little bit of a path going up here. I originally had these birch stairs going all the way down, but then it looked like a beach house, and that didn't look right. So I decided to make this part of the path up more like it was part of the road, although I can't make I decided I can, but I decided not to use these stairs. I may go back and use these spruce stairs, but I decided to use the stone because it matches the foundation of the house. You see these stone pillars here for the porch. We'll go up and look at that in a second, and then the stone foundation. So I went with that, thinking it would be more unified. We'll see. I also thought that the switch from spruce to birch would be a little weird here, but again, the stone, I think maybe it's okay. This is going to be the porch. These are our bone blocks here. I kind of like how they look. And then these are the mushroom blocks. And I think it really looks like, I really like how it looks kind of like the side, the white painted side of a farmhouse. I think it's good. These are quartz stairs that are going to be used for, there's going to be a window here, obviously, and here. But I don't want to put the panes in yet because it's a convenient way to get in and out. So this is the roof line. You see it's going to have a let's see if we can back up here. It'll have a pretty steep roof line. But I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the walls, the rest of the walls here, the other 3 walls, and then we'll get to work on the roof. It's good. It'll be a two-story farmhouse. Yeah, all right. I think it's going to come along. I'm still kind of just figuring out as I go, but I'm liking it so far. All right, so the basic structure is, I mean, it doesn't look like it's done, but the basic structure is actually here. Let me show you what we got going on here. This is, as I said, this is the front porch. Got a couple windows here. This is going to be the front gable of the house. The main roof line of the house is not this direction, but let's see if we can see it. Yeah. All right, let's hop over here. The main roof line of the house starts up here at the top and slopes down, but then there'll be this extra gable bit coming out here, or dormer. I'm not sure what you call it. It's a really big dormer, I guess. And then we've got the basic roof line here with some windows. And let's see, I've taken up all the scaffolding. Let me just throw that in so I can get in. Come on. And then this matches this on the side. The windows are different, but the roof line's the same on both sides. There's going to be one more little bit of wall right here, another 2 blocks up there and there. I just didn't put that in yet. So the next thing to do is just to put the roof on, and then I'll put a floor right here at this level right here to create the second floor of the house, and we'll do some stairs and whatnot inside. But yeah, I mean, the basic structure is done. You know, once you get the walls and the windows and the roof line in, you're kind of done. This will be a chimney here with a fireplace. Another window. This will be the back door. So it'll come, it's a little steep right now, but it'll come down. I'll kind of terraform this a little bit, landscape it, and we'll come down here to a path that leads over here to, as I showed before, the farm areas. So really it's just a matter now of filling in. You know, that's the thing about these buildings is you get the basic structure in place, and then it's just filling in. I got to put some posts up for the porch and a roof on the porch and all that kind of stuff. These things here, these glazed terracotta, I've been using them on all the houses. My idea is that like every house has like its one like special thing. They all have a piece of glazed terracotta above the door, and I don't. The colors don't mean anything right now. Maybe eventually, like all the librarians will have the same color or something, but maybe not. Maybe it's just like each individual family or whatever has its own, chooses its own color. Anyway, now it's just a matter of putting the roof on, etc. So I'm gonna put the roof on and fill in the windows and such, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, I'm still working on it, but I thought I'd just quickly show you this. I'm starting to get the roof on. This is quartz along the edge here, and then in the front, you can see the spruce is going up, quartz edging here along that roof, and then spruce. You can just make it out right here to the right of it. Scaffolding is a mess, and it's kind of annoying to use, but I think it's probably the best thing. I don't know. I'm not sure, actually, whether it's really better than dirt. Sometimes it feels like it's not, but I'm using it for now. The quartz against this mushroom block does not look great right now, but it's really just because there needs to be some extra contrast here. I'm going to put fences, I think, along this edge to give it more of a farmhouse look, I think, kind of a Victorian farmhouse look, but also to kind of mark that transition from the mushroom, which I really do like as siding of the house, to the quartz edging on the roof. Anyway, I got a long ways to go because it's a bit of a mess to put this up, although once we start getting up, it's a lot easier. And I've got this line right here up and a line of spruce up next to it. So I got to extend that over this way to the left and then figure out how it meets up with this bit of roof right here, which shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, that was just a pause to show you what's going on. All right. It's not done yet, but, it's a farmhouse on a hill. This space right here between the road and the farmhouse is not really usable space, so I'm gonna make that hill come on out to the road. I think it'll look a little bit more natural that way, and there's still plenty of detailing left to do. I've done a little bit of it, but there's plenty more, and the interior is still nothing. I'll show you that real quick. So there's a fireplace. We'll put some campfires in there or something. We need to put a floor in for the second floor, some stairs up there. The beds will probably be up there. I'm not sure what we'll do with this bottom. And we still need to get our farmers a nice easy access from this back door on out to their workstations. But, I mean, it's basically done. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. There's still some work to be done. There's still some mistakes, a few mistakes here and there. I can see some missing fences around this corner right here. I haven't put the windows in yet, clearly. But, yeah, I think overall it's pretty good. I'm going to go out to sea and have a look at it from out there and just see what it looks like. So here it is from the ocean. Yeah, I mean, it's a looking, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb right now because the other houses of the village aren't there yet. But I think once everything is in place, yeah, I think it's going to look fine. I mean, there's obviously there is still some detail to do, and I'll probably change some things, but yeah, nice. All right. So we still have a barn house to do. Guess it's time to get started on that. All right, I think this episode has gone on long enough. I got a lot more footage to show you, but I think we're going to have to just put that in the next episode where we'll build the barn and the farm and yeah, keep on making some preparations to get back to the Nether. That's where I want to go, but I'm going to finish this farm project first, and then we'll head back there. So for now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.